What's going on, everyone? My name's Eric, and today on the channel we're going to be revisiting the Warhead Mini amplifier. On today's video we're going to be doing a little bit of a deep dive into some tone chasing, some Dimebag tone and everything like that. This amp is capable of many tones, but there's still a lot of us who are wanting to get the Dimebag sound with this amp. And rightfully so, this amp can do a lot of things right out of the box, and it honestly doesn't need pedals to really give you a killer metal sound from my experience. Like, this thing sounds wicked going straight in. But for us modern metal players, we still like to boost our amps and throw overdrives, EQs, and things like that in front of our amps. And honestly, Dimebag did that with his guitar tone, with his Randall amps, with his crank amps. He was either using overdrives, parametric equalizers, 6-band equalizers, just to shape the guitar tone before it actually got to the front end of the amp. And to get a lot of those pieces, especially the old Randall amps and the old parametric equalizers, like, you're gonna go down the rabbit hole and trying to chase that gear, chase the tone, and you're gonna be paying a good amount of money at the end of the day. So what I want to do today is throw basically all of those kinds of pedals in front of it. I have a parametric equalizer pedal, got an overdrive pedal, got a MXR 6-band, and I have a fun pedal which we're going to throw in front of this amp at the very end of this. So you can hear how those kinds of pedals paired with this amp can give you a sick crushing tone and can kind of get you in the ballpark of that Dimebag tone on a really friendly budget. All the guitar tones you're going to be hearing are literally going from my guitar, which is a Washburn Culprit with the Bill Lawrence XL500 and the bridge, straight into that pedal, right into the amp, and going out of the amp into my 2-notes captor into a custom IR. And that's going to be it, so let's hop right into the tones. So those are all the pedals paired up with the Warhead Mini amplifier. And in my opinion, I really thought that the Ibanez TS7 or like a similar Tube Screamer style pedal is gonna be the easiest one to work with in this sense if you want just a crushing overdrive sound, and if you really just wanna take what you have here and just kick it up a little, because this amp does not need a ton on its own, but sometimes it is, again, nice just to add a little bit of flavor and color to the already awesome guitar tone. I really found that the MXR 6-band sounded really great as well, especially when you put it in that classic Dimebag like EQ curve that he had on his pedals. Sounds really great as well. I really found that the Parametric EQ pedal, the one that I was using from Master Effects, it really needed a good amount of time just to kind of tweak. I mean, I tweaked these pedals pretty fast in the video just to give you all an idea. But in terms of like right out of the gate, I found that this one needed the most time spent with in terms of getting like a really sweet guitar tone. And last but not least, that Chibson Pepto pedal, it just sounded like a wall of sonic brutality, and it kind of reminded me of like a Boss HM2, and you know, that's one of my favorite pedals, and I was so pleasantly surprised with it, and I think this is going to be a really sweet pairing, so I actually might do another video with that on its own, or write a song with it, because those guitar tones were insane, and I personally loved it. At the end of the day, you really can't go wrong with any of those pedals. It all depends on what your flavor is and what you like to work with. And that's gonna do it for today's video. Let me know down below which pedal was your favorite. Was it the Overdrive? Was it the 6-band equalizer, the Parametric equalizer, or was it the really fun Chibson Pepto pedal? All thoughts and opinions down below. If this is your first time checking out one of my videos, please consider subscribing. I have tons more Dimebag content on the channel and other related guitar topics. And if you are a returning subscriber, make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video that I upload. Thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you next time.